That night, monsters were unleashed from the caverns to run rapid throughout Iron Ore Village. The boy continued to run for his life into the woods to escape from the zombie creatures chasing him. Thankfully, the young man managed to escape the monsters for the time being. This, however, made their master quite angry.
What are you mindless creatures waiting for? Find the boy and bring me the emerald, here and now.
Meanwhile, both Justin and Fidelia remained blissfully unaware of the situation at hand until they got informed via Bluetooth.
Yes, Clyde? What is it? Wait, really? No, impossible. Fine, guess there's no avoiding it. We'll do what we can for them.
Justin, what's going on? What did Klein say to you for that reaction just now?
I don't know how or why, but we got a little monster control problem down in Iron Village, so we kinda gotta get our hands dirty.
Do you think we are prepared for this? This situation is vastly different from what happens in the training facility.
I know. Tell me about it. But first things first, we gotta get the people to safety, then see what we can do about the monsters. Lisa, you must help us. Our village is being overrun by strange monsters coming out of a nearby mountain. Everything's being destroyed. Monsters? How did this happen? Where are they? Look, over there. Alright, so far so good. Everything seems to be clear. Was that the only monster causing trouble? No, not at all. There were hordes of them just up ahead.
Soon afterwards, Violet appears to the scene to assess the current situation.
I came as soon as I could. Is everything all right?
Yeah, for the most part. I managed to save one of the villagers. However, Fidelia went on ahead closer toward the mountains.
Wait. You're serious? We should be going after her.
Shh. No, it can't be. That pale appearance and jet black hair. You're the cursed damsel. But why?
I'm sorry. Me, a cursed damsel? I believe you have me mistaken for someone else.
Young man, don't be deceived by her lies. No one who has worked with this creature on a mission has ever returned alive.
That's quite enough, sir. It's not good to be making scary accusations like that in front of other people.
Feign innocence if you must. But if this man's smart, he'd end his mission here, grab his partner, and run far away from this creature as possible while he's ahead.
You're not making the situation any easier for us. We're just here to help.
Wait, what?
Confused at the situation before him, Justin had no choice but to move on ahead to catch up to Fidelia. Elsewhere in Iron Ore Village, Fidelia ventures further into the forest in order to get closer into the mountains.
All right. I've managed to get further ahead without facing any monsters. Let's just hope it stays that way. Wait, what's that up ahead? Such amazing power. Just who is this guy?
The awestruck Fidelia then approaches the mysterious young man.
You did a great job disposing of that zombie just now. Just what kind of power do you possess?
I appreciate the sentiment, miss. But we're not finished here yet. The creature responsible for these monsters awaits us on the top of the mountain. Get going, while I hold off the rest.
Wait. Really?
Fidelia had no choice but to take the young man's words at face value and fly up the mountain as instructed. Meanwhile, this happens.
Excellent. Splendid. This is even better than the emerald. There's a rare black-winged fairy heading this way. A grand feast for our kind. This may be my luckiest day yet. Now's not the time for that, minion. If the worst occurs, inform the higher-ups about this. Let them know exactly what happened with both the fairy and the green emerald.
Soon afterwards, Fidelia flashes to the scene to confront the mastermind who caused the monster outbreak.
I've been expecting you, Black-Winged Fairy. Your powerful aura in this area told me everything about you before you even got here.
Hold on. You're that final boss thing that we fought in the agency's training facility. Why is that?
A creature like me, a final boss? Then I'm afraid JSA is in serious need of an update on their information. However, after I absorb you, I'll definitely become final boss material.
The creature then tried to use its powers to drain and absorb Fidelia of all her magical essence before she dispersed into a white light.
Strange. Her essence is less savory than I expected. Why is that? Gah!
Soon afterwards, the pseudo began to convulse and slowly fade away into a black smoke. As the true Fidelia revealed herself, the defeated, dying pseudo remained confused.
I don't understand. Why couldn't I devour you? Your essence should have been mine.
Who knows? Maybe you couldn't handle my essence.
Is that so? Well, here's some helpful advice. When the Hero Slayers hear about what your group has done today, you're all going to wish you met your end by my hands. Enjoy your hollow victory while you can. Soon, your joys will be met with a painful sorrow. I only wish I was there to see it for myself.
After the pseudo said his final statement, it faded away into a thick smoke, utterly destroyed. Meanwhile, the monsters attacking the village all suddenly disappeared. Then afterwards, Justin met up with Fidelia in the woods after noticing the lack of monsters in the area.
Hey, you did a great job taking care of things on your end. Did you find the mastermind responsible for this?
I did. However, you're not going to believe who or what it was that started this. That black and red creature that we fought in the final dungeon area was the one controlling these monsters.
Wait, really? Just how much did that virtual reality training actually turn out to be real? Then again, I should have known that when I saw those pumpkin heads attacking the villagers. Anyways, did you find out anything else?
In hindsight, that creature did say something odd during its final moments. It said something along the lines of us facing off against the Hero Slayers, or something like that.
Hero Slayers, huh? Sounds menacing. On my end, I had a no villager spurring out about the princess being the infamous cursed damsel and that we should just abandon her while we were ahead.
A cursed damsel? Why would anyone say anything bad like that about her?
There's some weird superstition going around that anyone who's ever tried to escort her back to her home country has never returned alive to JSA. But what do I know? If anything, this old villager could just be senile and delusional. I didn't know what to think, so I just left the scene and rushed over here.
Do you think we should ask them about what we found out? The Hero Slayers and why Violet is called the Cursed Damsel seem very crucial.
I agree, but let's take the indirect approach. In the morning, we're leaving the village by train. I'll talk with Klein, and you ask Violet about what you've learned. After a long night like this, the last thing I want is for her to think I've automatically sided with the old villager.
But you're right. We'll talk about this in the morning.
The next day arrived as both Justin and Fidelia retired the night along with their two clients to rest up for their voyage. When the team gathered their supplies and prepared to set off at the train station, the unexpected happened.
Phew. You have no idea what I had to do to catch up to you. You're that girl from last night who fought against those monsters.
Hold on. You're that guy from last night who fought against those monsters. But, for some reason you seem much different. Anyways, I'm very glad you came out to help us yesterday. We were in a bit of a pinch, until you showed up.
It was no trouble at all. I just did what any person protecting their home would do. I dropped by just to say farewell and to thank you for saving our village yesterday.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. We came to the village to gather supplies for our voyage to Almagist. Say, are you busy right now? If you have the time, we can always add a brawler to the team.
Of course. If I get to travel the world instead of working in the mines, then yes.
Well, what are you waiting for? Here's your ticket and affiliate badge, so hop on board.
At that moment, the unofficial team of the agency had gone from just 2 members to now 3.
Hey, you're the one and only Isaac Vernstall Fidelia told me so much about. Welcome to the team.
Glad to be here, Mr. McDonald. However, calling me Isaac is overkill. Just call me Ike, for short.
Will do, Ike, will do. But only if you just call me Justin instead of Mr. McDonald. I'm not quite used to that title yet.
Right, Justin. Got it.
So, based on the account of what my partner told me about you, word has it that you're a very skilled fighter considering how you took down all those monsters last night on your own.
It was nothing. I was only doing what any person would do, trying to protect their home.
But you see, that's what makes it so special. In all honesty, you couldn't have come at a better time than now. You're exactly what we need for this mission of ours.
Really? Why is that?
In a few compartments up ahead, our team is working as bodyguards for both a princess and her retainer. You can never have enough manpower for a mission like this.
I don't understand. Why would 2 superheroes need extra manpower to work as bodyguards for a mission?
Superheroes, huh? Never really looked at it that way. But anyways, we're not as superpowered as you think we are. To tell you the truth, Ike, my partner and I are just a ragtag duo of 1 or 2 trick ponies who needed to snag a mission to do before we got evicted. Fidelia tells me all the time that I'm a glass cannon. Warping away and using basic projectile magic are my only 2 strengths until I finally get this book of mine translated. Meanwhile, Fidelia herself is in a similar situation with light, healing, and support magic being her forte, along with her ability to fly and shapeshift. At any rate, if the enemy gets close to us before we can cast our magic, we're done for. Taking a lot of physical hits isn't good for either of us. But that's where you shine. Anyone who takes down a horde of monsters just using a pickaxe is definitely worth having on the team.
Well, I have no complaints. Anything's better than staying in those mines digging day in and day out.
That's right. Fidelia did say that you worked in the mines, turning big rocks into little rocks. Why is that?
Well, you see, it's because I became a slave to the Red M's.
I think the rattling from this train is a bit too loud for my hearing. Could you please repeat that for me again?
No, you heard correctly. I've been enslaved since I was young by a terrorist group named the Mubarak. Their main base is located in Almagist. That's you're taking the princess and her retainer, correct?
Yeah, but why would anyone in this day and age still have slaves? It just doesn't make any sense.
Believe it or not, Almagist isn't a country run by people. Only monsters make the decisions and treat the humans there as nothing but livestock used for manual labor or as food for their pseudo. I'm considered one of the lucky few who got to eventually leave Almagist to travel to other mines to search for their artifacts.
Okay, I've heard here and there from the princess and her retainer that human injustice was prevalent in Almagist, but not like this.
More than prevalent. It's thriving. I'm a living testament of it too. You know, this white hair wasn't my original hair color. My hair was dark brown, just like my father's. The years of being exposed to all sorts of chemical substances while working all day and night in the mines changes you, both physically and mentally.
I don't understand, Ike. I know we're supposed to be heading to Esteban first, but it just wouldn't make sense for you to head back to the very same place where they first enslaved you. And for that matter, we shouldn't be going on this mission either.
But, we have to. Don't you see? The princess and our team are the only ones who can finally put a stop to what's going on in that country. Please, I'm begging you. Don't end this mission before it even starts. I've literally given up everything I had just to be here. If I left that place alone, my chances of survival are very slim at best. I know what I'm asking is completely selfish. But if I have to become a bodyguard just so I don't go back to the mines, then so be it.
Ike, I gotta be honest with you. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Are you sure you know what you're getting yourself into?
Yes. I decided that the moment I followed your team to the train station, there was no going back. It was either now or never.
You know something? That look in your eyes reminded me of myself back when Fidelia and I were determined to leave Montero Valley after accepting this mission. Thank you for reminding me of something very important.
Wait, you mean?
Yep, you definitely have what it takes, Ike. We're definitely gonna do our best now that you're here with us.
Yes! This is awesome. Thank you so much. I swear, you won't regret it.
At that moment, Ike officially became the third member of this unofficial team and was welcomed in open arms. Meanwhile, in the dark regions, this happens.
I swear, it never fails. Give the cute ones an inch and they'll take a mile. That boy. How could he? I treated him far better than the rest of my slaves, and this is the thanks I get? Unforgivable. Well, standing here complaining isn't going to solve anything. I'd better bring Klaus with me to bring back our stolen property, right away.
Little did our heroes know, two very dark and powerful creatures followed in pursuit of them. After acquiring a third member into his team, Justin went to visit Klein in his train compartment, as Fidelia went to visit Violet in hers.
Great news, Klein. We've got a third member on our team joining us for this mission. His name is Ike. Once you meet him, I'm pretty sure you'll think he's the perfect fit for this bodyguard job.
Impressive! 3 is a magic number after all. Please, tell me more about Ike.
Well, you may or may not know this, but Ike was a former slave to this terrorist group called the Mubarak. He fled the mines the night those monsters attacked Iron Ore Village. After hearing his story, we're definitely gonna need a handy guy like him around, so what do you say?
Wait! Did you say he was a slave of the Mubarak? And you're absolutely certain that he's already joined your team for this mission?
Yeah, I didn't see the harm in letting him tag along with us. He literally gave up everything he had just to travel with us to the station.
Justin, your heart was in the right place, letting him join your team. However, I'm afraid that one act of kindness may have endangered all of us. Understand that the Mubarak do not take kindly to runaway slaves, and would basically stop at nothing to retrieve them. This makes a simple mission definitely harder than it needs to be.
So, if push comes to shove, we may have to end up fighting the Hero Slayers eventually because of this, am I right?
Wait! You even know about the Hero Slayers too?
Not really, only just the terminology. Fidelia told me about it when she fought that pseudo back in the village. If I had to guess, are the Hero Slayers supposed to be entities that go around slaying other heroes or something like that?
For your own good, both you and your partner should forget you ever heard that term. Recruiting a former slave into your team is one thing, but this is something completely different. I'll tell you all about them when the time is right. This definitely isn't that time.
Whoa, my mistake. Forget I asked.
Look, my apologies for lashing out. Just keep this mission on the brighter end of the spectrum. Don't go snooping into dark places where you shouldn't. It's great that you have a third person joining your team. We just have to keep an extremely low profile while we're traveling and draw no unwanted attention to ourselves. Understand?
Low profile. Understood.
Meanwhile, in Iron Ore Village, this happens.
Ash remnants from a pseudo. Black fairy dust here as well. Someone couldn't control their greed, it seems. They were right. Your suspicions told me everything. The pseudo's remnants.
Why that greedy coward? We sent him with our slaves to act as an overseer. Instead, he tries to take the emerald for himself and take over this territory for his own gain. After seeing that guy turn one of our workers into a mindless zombie, it's no wonder that boy ran for his life. Note to self, never trust a thieving opportunist with your prized possessions.
There's more. It's potent. This black fairy dust I found.
That's right, Klaus. You do have a keen sense of smell. Will that fairy dust lead us to where to find him?
Yes, Lady Noel. Find him within a few days, we will.
Excellent. Wonderful. I'm already thinking of new ways of punishing him once I find him. I really hope that boy enjoys these next few days of freedom. Once I get a hold of him, I'll see to it that he'll never escape again.
Thanks to the chain of events that took place in Iron Ore Village, this monster duo now has a solid lead on where to locate Justin's team and capture Ike.